Right then, welcome back to another vid. This one is a pickups vid. I've only got 3, so you're probably thinking, hang on a minute, Alex, that's clutching at straws, isn't it? 3 games to show off in a pickups vid. Is it? I guess you can just have 1 if you want, although maybe that is slightly taking the piss. But no, there's 3 I've bought, and I guess I could go out, today or tomorrow or whenever, and buy another 10, just to, make it look as if I've got more, or another 20 or whatever. But I'm not really buying that much lately, so it could be a good few weeks before I buy any more. Might not. If I see a bargain, I'll snap it up. It just so happens that I bought 3 relatively recently, and I'm pleased with all of them. They're ones I've specifically kind of hunted out and just waited for the right price to come along. So I guess it's a case of, of quality over quantity for once with me, which is good. Which, to be fair, is where my collection's kind of going these days anyway. But maybe that is for another day, that vid. So I bought 3 games. They're on 3 different formats. There's a bit of a clue as to what the first game is, because you can see it behind you. There it is. I was kind of pointing over there again, like at the bookshelf. It's not on the bookshelf, it's there. Excuse me. It's Turrican. And it's for the Genesis. But this is also the same box which came out for the Mega Drive as well, in these little kind of cardboard things. There's the sides, obviously, and a price tag of $49. You see that? I mean, that's expensive. But yeah, they're all boxed and complete. There's no point showing you an instruction manual. I'm sure you know what that looks like. I think the cover is absolutely rubbish. Look at that. It just doesn't look like anything. Or doesn't look like anything. Or doesn't look anything like, I should say, the Turrican that I kind of think of. With like kind of the robot, kind of the full mask on. To have him kind of humanised there, it just looks rubbish. So, rubbish box art. Absolute rubbish box art. But a very good game. And as you can possibly see from behind, it's basically just a port of the Amiga game. I think this came out in 91. Let me have a look. Yeah, 1991. So it is an Amiga port, and it's nothing like the SNES game, which Pete SNEStastic showed off lately. In fact, I'm the one who sent it over to him, as you may or may not know. He paid for it. Well, I paid for it. He paid me back. Oh, whatever. So yeah, it's a good game. But that SNES game, I think, came out in 93 or maybe even 94. So this is 91, and it's an Amiga port, so it's a completely different game, even though it's kind of Turrican. I need a swig on my old tea, I think, here. Again, I think the man flu is still kind of lingering a little bit. It always takes a good couple of weeks before it's completely gone. It's really annoying. But anyway, next one up is a game that I'd been meaning to get for absolutely bloody ages, and I mean absolutely ages. And then what spurred me on to get this, it gave me the reminder. I was watching one of Ben's vids, Shenmue, and he showed this off, and I think it was on one of those, what's that tag that was kind of doing the rounds lately? Like an underrated gem? Pass Along the Gem, I think it was called. And I'm pretty certain it was in this kind of tag anyway, that Ben showed it off. It was definitely Ben who did it. And it's on the N64, and it's Beetle Adventure Racing. And like I say, I'll tell you what, I love how, I mean, I knew this anyway, but how all the boxes, all the sides are all different colours. So you can store it how you like. Whatever takes your particular taste at that moment, you can put it on the shelf like that. Or like that. Or like that. Or like, yeah. But it looks really good. And I'd seen it years ago, when I first saw it, and I thought, I'm going to get that. But then I kind of went off the N64, and I'm just starting to get back into it again. I know the graphics for the majority of N64 games are a little bit ropey. That whole kind of 3D look it hasn't aged very well at all, has it? But there's a certain charm to it, a lot of nostalgia as well, so I'm starting to get back into it. And yeah, this is meant to be really good. When I've seen gameplay videos, it looks smart, it looks fast, it looks slick. I like the fact that you've got different routes to go down. As it says on the back, choose your own routes, find surprises at every turn. And apparently who said it recently? Someone else when I was watching talking about it. They said it's kind of like, I mean, very loosely speaking, but it's kind of like a Burnout as well. With like a nitro feature, or maybe like a bit like a Ridge Racer perhaps. So, yeah, really pleased to get that. Oh, prices I should discuss as well. Well, I don't have to, but I will. Yeah, that's the thing. It's another reason why I've waited so long to get this, because every single time I see it, it's on a buy it now. And, just eBay chances, I guess, trying to not rip people off, but trying to get unrealistic prices for it. And it is always on buy it nows for, say, 35, 40 quid. Even on ebay.co.uk, because I had a look on there, because I thought, well, maybe I should just import it. You're looking at the equivalent, kind of $30, $40. This one had been newly listed. It had been online for about an hour, and it was $14.99, 15 bucks, free shipping, which is about 10 quid, and it boxed complete, and I thought I'm having it. So straight away, nipped on in there and got that. And I'm more than happy to pay 10 quid. Even if someone out there's watching this now going, well, actually, it's worth 4. You know, I don't care. I'm happy to pay 10 for it, or $15, but about £10. So really pleased to get this. And similarly, getting this in boxed and complete condition. And it's in really good condition, apart from a little bit of a nick at the top. Can you see that? It looks quite bad there. And it's not ideal, but that's the only damage on it. Even the sides. You know, I mean, there's a bit kind of going across there, but that's just a tab, which you can just push back in place. Really good condition. And loose carts, they're very common. A box copy of this, again, from what I've seen in the past, you're probably looking at around about $30, $40, if not more. I think there's one on eBay right now, .com in America, I think with a $70 price tag. And the one under that, or the next cheapest one on, which is box that I saw the other day, is $40. And again, this had just been listed, and it was $14.99, free shipping. So $30 for them two, and I just can't complain with that. God, tell you what, throat is causing chaos. I feel like I'm just going to start coughing or sneezing any second. And then last but not least, there's a game, speaking of coughing, is a game which, another game I've wanted for absolutely ages, but it's just been a case of waiting for the right price, or writing for the wait price, as I was about to say there. And it looks really good. It is a Japanese version, but it shouldn't be too hard to work out. And I'll show you what it is. Zombie Revenge. Now, this is another game that I've been looking for. I did say I wasn't going to do the whole box and complete stuff, but there we go. And I love this. I just love that colour scheme with the orange and the white. And as is very prominent with the Japanese games, you got English on one side and Japanese on the other. Not for all of them, as Almu 2011 found out with some of his Saturn games. But that might be something to do with Psygnosis, as I think he touched upon. But generally speaking, you've got English on one side, Japanese on the other, which is really helpful. The games themselves, they're not always in Japanese. Sorry, they're not always in English, I should say, but sometimes they are. Sometimes there's an option menu, sometimes there isn't. Sometimes the whole main menu is in English, but the game's in Japanese. Don't quite know why they did that. But a game like this, which is kind of a cross between, think of like a Resident Evil and maybe sort of, I don't know, like a Streets of Rage kind of thing. Maybe not the two best examples to use, but yeah, it's that kind of thing. It's like a beat 'em up, cross shoot 'em up, like kind of an isometric Resident Evil view, which is a weird way of phrasing it, I know. I was originally going to get the PAL version, and then I just thought, what's the point? I've got the Japanese Dreamcast. There's some stellar games on the Japanese Dreamcast, and I want to get back into it. In fact, I have been lately. There's a few more down there as well. I've been getting them out again, and going through them. And the Japanese Dreamcast, or just the Dreamcast in general, is such an amazing bit of kit, and I'm really getting back into it. But anyway, yeah, so that's that one. Zombie Revenge. And that also... Oh, no, sorry. I was going to say that was $15 as well. That wasn't $15. I think it was $7.99, including shipping. So again, just waiting around, waiting for the right price. Eventually, more often than not, what you want will come up at a good price. Because usually this goes for about $15, $20, $25 maybe. So to get it for $8, including shipping, I mean, alright, the person who sold it, just like these, I guess, didn't really understand their worth and have sold them for a bit of a loss. Or maybe they didn't care, they just wanted to get rid of them. But these are 3 games I wanted, and I'm just pleased that I waited, because what's the point going out and spending, you know, double the amount? It just kind of seems a little bit silly. So, really pleased to get that, Turrican. This is bloody rock hard. It is such a hard game. I'm struggling to get off like the first bloody stage. This one I've not yet given a go to, but obviously looking forward to it. And I still haven't played this one, but this only arrived today, so that's probably why. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more videos. In fact, the next one I'm going to do is this, The Diary of 1995, the continuation of that. I think we're in the month of March, so, yeah, look forward to that one. And until then, thanks for watching. See you later.